listen here and you listen good. Because when I'm wearing my $500 scarf and my $500 tie, along with my $10 shiny shoes, I mean serious, serious business. I'm bringing to you the 1973 podcast, where your host, AC, your hockey hero, and then we got the dirty mouth of the South, Ed, and the stat man, Professor Tom. And today's special guest is Brad Esquire. Stop being cheap. Buy a damn shirt, you simpletons, because the 1973 podcast is better than you, and you know it.
Well, yeah, and Warburg.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, here we go again. And now I just want to start with something. I know people get depressed around the holidays, but the 1973 podcast wants to give you a PSA for the holidays that just remember, if you're having a bad day, there's probably somebody out there pulling on a door that says push. So with that being said, you know, that's what we do. So fellas, here we are. We're at it again. I believe this is episode 4. Oh, can you believe it? 40. Yep. It just, time just flies. The fastest half an hour in the podcasting biz. I'm here with these 4 gentlemen. I'll use that term loosely. You know, don't try to Corey check some of these guys because you know, they were only peeing next to a playground. That's what they'll tell you.
Damn, Pedo.
So, anyways,
Pedo.
we are gonna kick this episode off with something fantastic. You know, every once in a while we get some emails and they turn into segments, and it's just something that happens organically. So this week we got a great email. So let's hit Ed's bag. Ed,
I don't want you to hit my bag, dude. That hurt.
we'll just
let me put on a cup, man, for that.
We're gonna flick the bag.
No cup check.
Hey,
no
flicking your bag is.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Keep running what works, Ed.
Yep. Ed,
all right, so Ed's email.
Wait. Read it slow.
What? I'm doing that.
So
I'm
everybody
the promo
hears
first. Ed's email, sponsored by the Brock Street Brewery Company, Whitby, Ontario, Canada. Okay, BrockStreetBrewery.com. All right, this is a good one. Okay, so first and foremost, Maggie, thank you very much for your email. We really appreciate it. It's really nice.
Where's she from, Ed?
She's from Yonkers, New York. I mean, we're getting them from all over the place. All right. I think this is probably one of the best emails we've had in quite some time.
Oh, absolutely.
So, all right. So, big fish, small ponds. Gentlemen, I hope this makes it to your show. Is it better to be an elite player who gets all the flowers on a lousy team, or be a role player with low playing potential on a juggernaut? P.S. Very interested, the email guy on the couch. Maggie from Yonkers, New York. Well, I'm gonna kick it to you guys first, because I'm gonna let this shit build a little bit.
Are we gonna go after the serious, or are we gonna go after the comedy? What do you think, Thomas?
I say go for the serious first, and let Ed hit clean up with the comedy.
Okay. So as far as there's a lot of different ways to hit that from a sports analogy, from a coaching analogy,
on the couch,
from a player analogy. Do you want? If you are a big fish in a small pond, you are going to get paid eventually. But do you want the long-term Hall of Fame career, being on multiple championship teams? That's where the yin and the yang. So, Tom, what do you think?
I think, first of all, thanks for the email, Maggie. It's been my experience that when you're an elite player and you're on a lousy team, you get bored playing, and because you know you're the best player, you kind of get lazy and you pick up some bad habits. At least if you're a role player, as you put it, on a good team, at least you're playing and practice and against really good guys, and you kind of have no choice but to get better because it's like sink or swim, and you kind of get to watch these guys and pick up some of their habits. And I think I'd rather be on a good team as a role player. I think it would help you in the long run.
What do you think, Brad?
I think it depends on the player, depends on his personality, depends on the situation. Some dudes only get offered big fish in a small pond opportunities, you know. It's the difference of do you want to be the starting day one linebacker for a school like Southern Miss who has a history of losing, or be the number 4 linebacker on Alabama? Maybe you get a game, maybe you fill in, definitely going to get a national championship in that 2 or 3 years that you're at that school, you know? I think that's just one of those infinite questions, you know, you could have many answers to. It depends on the person. There's pros and cons of both. So I'm in the middle.
Yeah, I'm in the middle too, because you know, it's tough because I've had 2 experiences. I'll just use the kids for example. I've had my son have a hard time with certain teams that he's been on, playing a lot, and I've had seasons like my daughter where she's just tearing it up. So I've been on both sides, and it's tough to be a parent because you want them to be learning all the time and taking it all in and developing as a younger person, and the ups and the downs and the winnings and the losses. And so it's tough. I'm kind of conflicted. I'm with you, Brad. It's just, I think this is another topic that's a fantastic email. It's something we could probably spend the whole half an hour kind of talking about with a deep dive, different players, different teams. You know, Kurt Rambis on the Lakers, they were awesome. Was he out of it? But everybody remembers Kurt Rambis. So it's LeBron on the Cavs, right? Just it's a lot of different things, and I hate to use basketball analogies or examples, but I don't want to spend too much time. We want to kick it over to the guy on the couch for his response.
Well,
I've been waiting all day for this.
Yep, and Ed is currently working on his OnlyFans page, Maggie. So stay tuned for that.
Stay
yeah,
tuned.
I'm thinking it's going to go with feet. You know, I mean, I may be able to get a sponsor for the feet. You know, I know a guy, or I know a couple guys, right, Brad?
It'd be better if you knew some girls, but go ahead.
Yeah, I
Ed.
get you.
No, I mean, I look back to the. I'm going to go serious on this first, and then I'll kick it on the back end with the comedy. No, I mean, look at the Red Wings, back in the late '90s, early 2000s. You know, Joey Kocur, you know, Darren McCarty, guys like that. They you know, the cups that they hoisted were because, you know, they were kind of role players, and then they gradually became, you know, actually, you know, legit second, third, and fourth line guys that played every night. Same thing. If you look at Julian Edelman, when he played for the Patriots, same thing. You know, he was, you know, fourth and fifth string, you know, wide receiver, and then he started making plays on special teams, and you know, and then Wes Welker got his cranium cracked one too many times, and then he pissed off Belichick, and then he was on his way. You know, so I mean, I think personally for myself, I'd rather play on a championship team. This is kind of piggybacking on what Tom said. You know, you will get better in practice, and by practicing with better guys, and you know, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, wouldn't you want to win, you know, a Stanley Cup trophy, or you know, win the Super Bowl, you know, win the World Series, stuff like that. You know, looking at Brad's T-shirt, World Series. You know, so yeah, I don't have too much comment about this. You know, I don't really want to go into too much. But Maggie, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You know, I live very humble on my couch.
Ed, before we move on from this, where can Maggie reach you if she needs to?
Yeah, she can send.
Yeah, drop all your links, man. Drop your links. Don't be shy.
Yeah, don't be shy, Ed. Put out all your stuff.
No,
let them know.
Facebook,
Let them know where they.
Instagram, or ain't you on TikTok and Twitter?
No, I'm not on TikTok. No.
Oh,
Don't you put feet pics on Twitter? Don't lie.
I do not.
And you.
How do you think we found this podcast, Maggie?
Yeah, we promised
And
that
the sex symbol.
Ed was going to do this segment without a shirt too, so that didn't happen. Kind of like the Halloween.
Little do you know, I've been selling pictures of Edward on the dark webs for months.
Damn.
Chris is going to be
Brad,
jealous.
where's my money?
Yeah, where's your cut?
Hey,
Where's my money, man?
we're gonna cut this off because we've probably got like 20 minutes left in this episode. So Thomas,
Yes.
here we go. Big lead in this week for this segment. So take it away.
All right. You know, this segment, Tom Shitty Picks, has taken off so well. The 2 shirts that I've given away, I had to hire a hype man. So we've tried this out, and I've got a new intro we're trying out. So take it away, Chris.
And here we are at the best stadium in the country, Foxborough, the home of the New England Patriots. And here I bring to you the best and longest running segment of the 1973 podcast, Tom's Shitty Picks.
All right. Hopefully I don't shit the bed on this now. You know, I feel pressure. I got to come up with something. I got a good promo, got a good intro. So this coming week, week 12, I'm going to take Derrick Henry against Carolina Panthers. Panthers are 26th against the run. Derrick Henry hasn't really done anything all year. He's due to break out sooner or later. And if it's going to happen, it's going to happen week 12 against Carolina. So there you go.
So Tom Shitty Picks, buy a freaking shirt, stop being cheap, and maybe we'll get Brad some good internet. So
We're still on that.
you were
Well, I mean, you
buffering it.
buffered already 2 or 3 times already.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, you're buffering, man.
You are a scene stealer, Brad. That's all we gotta say. How can you draw in the ladies if you're buffering all the time?
I don't know. I gotta get on Ed's level. I don't know.
You need a good
Hey,
futon.
plenty of room on the couch, bro. Plenty of room on the couch.
Hey, we should do a 2 for one day, Ed. I'll come over there.
All right.
That'd be funny. So let's curb away from that and let's get into some football picks for this week. So Tom, which week is it?
We're going to be picking for week 12. So we're a couple days early, so we're still week 12. I don't have any predictions, they've only played 1 game for week 11, and we've 3 of us got it right. One person, Andy, got it wrong. So
Surprise!
all right.
Oh shit! Oh, I'm devastated.
All right, so week 12, first game of the week. Detroit Lions at home against the Green Bay Packers. Andy.
I'm gonna tell you something about this. I don't give any football insight, but I'm gonna take the Lions, and I'm gonna tell you why. I was at Foxwoods last week, and I was sitting in the DraftKings area that they have, sitting there minding my own business, watching about 7 hockey games at one time.
In heaven.
There were 2 guys on the side of me. I wasn't in the conversation, but they were talking about that they heard that how fixed football is, and they said that in the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be the Lions and the Browns. So you heard it here first from a guy that doesn't watch it. That's what I heard. We'll see if it happens. Lions.
How about you, Ed?
I'm going with the Lions, man.
All righty. Brad?
Lions.
All righty. Yeah, same thing. I'm going with the Lions. I think they blow them out. Game 2. The Dallas Cowboys are at home, and they're playing the Washington Commanders. Andy.
I am going to take Cousin Brad's Dallas Cowboys.
All righty. Ed?
Well, I'm going to go with Brother Brad's Cowboys. How's that?
Brad?
Oh, you know it. Undefeated at home, Thanksgiving Day. That's our game. But the power of Creed compel you, Dallas Cowboys.
Brad, all
Yeah.
you need is a tin of Copenhagen or a tin of dip in those fingers that's just snapping it.
I'm taking Dallas. I think they win by double digits. Game 3 should be a pretty good game. Seattle Seahawks at home against the San Francisco 49ers. Andy.
I am going to take Elton John's favorite team, the San Francisco 49ers.
All righty. Ed?
Well, I mean, Joe Montana and Tom Rathman are not walking out that door, but I'm going to go with the 49ers on that one. Seahawks are looking good, but I don't think they can beat the Niners.
Yeah. Brad?
Yeah, agree with that. Seahawks are good. 49ers are just that much better.
Yeah, I got the 49ers as well.
Yep.
Next game, the New York Jets at home against the Miami Dolphins. Andy.
Fish.
All righty. Ed.
Dolphins.
All righty. Brad.
Dolphins are not a fish, but I will go with the Dolphins.
Yeah. Zach Wilson
well,
is
hey, Brad,
so bad.
we're gonna circle back here on that one. Brad, there was a T-shirt back in the day. I believe it was the 1985 playoffs.
Squish the fish.
Squish the fish.
Wish the fish. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to be Pacific, they're not fish.
They're
Look,
a porpoise.
Don't make
I
me
get it.
ask you a question, okay?
Check out the big brain on Brad.
It's really big, guys.
All right.
Like
Next
that.
game. The Atlanta Falcons at home against the New Orleans Saints. Andy.
Saints.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going with the Saints, bro.
All righty. Brad.
Saints.
Yep, another one clean sweep. I think the Saints win that one. Next
Well, I don't
game.
know. I wouldn't say that so confidently, man.
Yeah.
They're looking a little suspect.
They
Next
struggle.
game. Speaking of suspect, the Cincinnati Bengals at home against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Andy.
I don't know. Bengals, I guess.
All righty. Ed.
Up until last night and about the second quarter, it was going to be the Bengals. However, that has now been changed. Now it's going to be the Steelers.
Yep. Brad.
Yeah, Burrow out for the season. I think that team is going to struggle going with Steelers.
Yeah, me too. That backup quarterback looks horrible, and they're going to be hurting. Next game, Tennessee Titans at home against the Carolina Panthers. Andy.
Panthers, I guess.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going to go with Mike Vrabel and the Titans.
Brad.
Panthers, one-win team. Got to go with Tennessee.
I am going with my Titans, which probably means that Carolina will win because every time I pick them, they lose. Next game, Indianapolis Colts at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Andy.
Tampon Bay.
All righty. Ed.
You know, honestly, this is kind of like one of those pick'em games because neither team is consistent. But I'm going with the Colts, even though I lived in Tampa for 3 years.
All righty. Brad.
Yeah, Ed has a pretty good take on this one, but I'm gonna go with the can't even talk Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampon Bay.
Now you're
I don't know what I was trying to say.
yeah, buffering again.
Buffering, that's what it was. Yeah, my brain was buffering.
I think this is a coin toss, and Baker Mayfield's from OU, so I'm taking Tampa Bay. Next game, the Toilet Bowl. The New York Giants at home against the New England Patriots. Andy.
I haven't probably picked them this year, so let's go Patriots.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going to go with the Patriots, but Mac Jones is Mac Noodle. He is terrible. He needs to go. And for all these people that are talking about Bill Belichick and Joey from Mattapoisett, you know I'm talking to you there, buddy. Stop leading the bandwagon of hate, Joe.
They're probably
I
better
love
off
you, buddy,
with
but
Ed. They're probably better off with Mac tonight from the old McDonald's commercials.
there you go.
Mm.
Absolutely. The jerseys have been started to become burning in the North Shore from what I saw already. So I'm still going with the Patriots, though.
How about you, Brad?
Patriots?
Yeah, I don't know who the quarterback for the Pats is, but no, any of them are going to be better than DeVito's looks
It's a
for the
fucking
Giants.
dumpster fire. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's
Next
a dumpster
game.
fire of a game.
Pretty good game here. Next game, Houston Texans at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Andy.
Houston Oilers, #1.
All righty. Ed.
Earl Campbell is not walking out that door, but I'm
The
going to go with
baby
Texans.
bull.
That's right.
Brad.
It's hard to vote against Texas right now, man. That team is balling out. Texans.
Yep. I agree, but I'm taking Jacksonville because
Yeah.
I've taken them all year,
Yeah.
so I got to stick with them. Next game, Denver Broncos at home against the Cleveland Browns. Andy.
Yeah, going to the Super Bowl, Cleveland Browns.
Ed.
I'm going to go with the Broncos, man. Sean Payton looks like he's turning the ship, and it looks kind of like Russell Wilson is starting to kind of look a little bit more like a quarterback instead of like somebody that needs to be riding around on the bench. Just saying.
Brad.
Yeah, I mean, shitty matchup. Deshaun Watson's out for the season. Broncos.
Correct
Yeah.
the mundo there, Fonzie.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going with the Broncos as well. I don't even think they're playing PJ Walker. I think they're going with Dorian Thompson at quarterback in Cleveland. So
Yeah, I
I
don't
don't
even
think he's
know.
played since UCLA. So
Yeah.
all right, next game, the Arizona Cardinals at home against the Los Angeles Rams. Andy.
The Rammers.
All righty. Ed.
Even with Kyler Murray coming back, I'm going with the Rams.
All right. Brad.
Arizona.
All righty. I am going to take the Rams. If I think Stafford's coming back. I think he's the difference in the game with the offensive weapons he has. Next game, Las Vegas Raiders at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. Andy.
The Chefs.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going with the Chefs, even though Andy didn't eat a Snickers bar before his pick.
Brad.
Chiefs.
Yep, clean sweep. I think KC blows them out. Next game, possibly the game of the week, the Philadelphia Eagles at home against the Buffalo Bills. Andy.
Eagles.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going with the Eagles, man.
Brad.
Man, the Eagles are in that prove it phase of their schedule. They have back-to-back tough games, and I fucking hate this team. But the Bills are playing so awful right now. I gotta go. I don't even want to say it. It starts with the E. I'm not saying it.
Yeah, I agree. Buffalo is falling. They've got a lot of infighting right now with the offensive coordinator. Josh Allen can't stop turning the ball over.
So many issues, man.
There's something going on with Stephon Diggs, his brother. I don't know if people saw the tweet his brother put out the other day and saying his brother wants out, but I think
they do that every season, though, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do it every year.
Next game, Los Angeles Chargers at home against the Baltimore Ravens. Andy.
Ravens, I guess.
Ed.
I'm going to go with the Ravens, but I think that they got pretty nicked up last night.
Yeah. Brad.
Yeah, but Ravens.
Yeah, I'm going with the Ravens. I think just even though Andrews is out for the year, I think they've got enough weapons and good enough running game that they can keep Herbert off the field. Monday night, the Minnesota Vikings at home against the Chicago Bears. Andy.
I don't think I've picked them this year, so I'll go Vikings.
All righty. Ed.
I'm going to go with the Vikings, man. The Bears are just terrible.
Brad.
Granted, they have more wins than the Patriots do, but
that's true.
Yeah,
we won't talk about that now.
Bears terrible. Vikings on a roll with Captain Alopecia as quarterback. So Vikings.
Yeah, I agree. Minnesota, I think, going to take that game pretty easy. All right, Andy, that's it.
So probably a little under 10 minutes left on the old Swatch Watch.
Damn.
Right?
No good to go.
Come on. It's all up here. It's like a file cabinet of useless knowledge, but it's there. I would kill it on if they. You know what game I would kill it on? They brought it back. Remote control. Bring that game back. Bing. Sit me on that chair. I'm the champion. Just give me the trophy. Whatever. Colin Quinn. Bring him back. Ken Ober. Let Kari Werner. Throw them all on there. Great show. They should bring it back. Anyways, speaking of throwbacks, Tom. Let's pay little bills here and get a sponsorship out there before we got no time left.
All righty. This week's Record of the Week is brought to you by Purchase Street Records, which is located at 53 Popes Island, Unit 2, New Bedford, Mass. Or you can visit them online at purchasestreetrecords.com and also on their Facebook page. Purchase Street Records is Southern New England's largest independent record store. Don't forget, Black Friday's coming up, and that happens to fall on National Record Day. So what a great time to go there and check out the place. You might get I know they have T-shirt deals there coming up, so I'm pretty sure they'll have other deals, so go check them out.
My pick of the week, Dio's Holy Diver. It literally is a staple in everybody's, how can I say, heavy metal collection. You need this record, let it be a reprint or this is the original. Come down, we're open all weekend. Hopefully everybody had a good day, and we'll see you soon.
Nice pick this week for Record of the Week. When you see it, great record. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. Watch it on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. So with that being said, about 7 minutes left. What do you think, Tom? We want to go around the room and talk shop or what?
Sure.
Not a lot of time to really get deep dives into AEW's got a big signing coming up Saturday night as we're recording this for the weekend. It hasn't happened yet. Speculations who it could be. I think people are thinking all kinds of different people. I'm glad they're keeping it under wraps, something to kind of, surprise everybody. But I don't.
Is that mask guy that they keep flashing?
No,
This is a different guy
Yeah,
or girl. I don't know who it is.
they're supposed to have a free agent signing of somebody that is in limbo, and whoever it could be, I don't know. I mean, it could be somebody that WWE released like Dolph Ziggler. It could be Ronda Rousey, I heard, maybe. It could be a lot of things. Will Ospreay's out there. He's like a big free agent. So who knows? I mean, they're not really good for hyping up something and then really paying off. So sometimes, the chase is better than the catch, as they say. So that was one thing, Tom. We kind of touched on the Joe Burrows thing with the Cincinnati. It kind of came up in the picks. Any other things you want to touch on?
Yeah, Michigan. Let's talk about the H seed from Michigan.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ed. Quick.
I'll kick it off first on that. First and foremost, look, if you're not cheating, you're not trying in big time sports. So the thing about it is that they sacrificed the lamb today. They got rid of the linebacker coach. And so, basically all, slap on the wrist, everything like that. Bye, see you, that type of thing. So the thing about it is that there's a big speculation out there. At first, it was somebody that was going to be from Ohio State or from the Big Ten. But from what it looks like is that it's somebody internal that doesn't like Harbaugh and blew the whistle on it to make him look bad.
Damn.
Tom, thoughts on any of that?
It's very unlike me because I usually like going for like the faces of the good guys. I love how they're playing up now. They're like, you want to make us the villain, and they're going with it. The team's running with it. They had Ric Flair come in and talk to the team the other day, and now the players, even in their interviews, are saying, everybody's got to have a villain in their life, and if it's got to be us, let it be us. And I think they're going to run with it. And I'd like to see them win. I've always been a Michigan fan since Bo Schembechler, so we'll see.
Yeah, Brad, any quick thoughts on that?
I mean, college football is better when Michigan wins. Like the drama, the competition. This has been a very exciting season. I mean, come on, dude. Like your signs aren't that big of a secret. I don't think they did anything that other teams haven't been doing. It's college football, man. He got to stop on the wrist. Let him play. Let's go.
Yeah, I think with 3 games, doesn't it mean he can play in the playoffs, Ed? I mean, he can coach in the playoffs.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so he comes back for the Big Ten championship. Bottom line is, look, here's the thing. There's a reason why all the coaches that call offenses in NCAA and NFL for all the people at home there or on YouTube, they cover their mouth like this is because they have people that actually are hired to mouth read. That's why. That's why they do it.
So what you're saying is we need somebody to mouth read on the side for this podcast?
Well, I bet you that, it's not that hard. We can probably get a 4-year-old to do it the way that we talk,
Okay, all right.
Not in our budget. We're going to have to figure
Not in our budget.
Look, we're crayons and coloring books, man.
That's it. The 1973 podcast coloring book coming your way for Christmas.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
it. So I think we're going to just wind it down on that note. That's a good way to go out. So
we ain't going out like that.
Nope. So before it's all done, this is going into Thanksgiving week. Always big things going forward. We got a lot of irons in the fire. It's just some people are a little slower than we are. Believe that. There are slower people than us. So from the podcast that has a lot of CTE to you guys, we just want to wish you a very happy Thanksgiving to everybody that watches. And we're thankful. We're thankful for halfway through year 1. Hopefully year 2 is going to be even bigger. We got the 50th episode coming up in 10 episodes. Got some things in the work in between there. Maybe after that, who knows? So that's why you got to tune in and watch. For these bananas, I'm your host. We're out this week. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Portuguese Fandom. Maggie, thank you for the email. We appreciate it. BrockStreetBrewing.com. Check them out.